Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something totally electric. We're breaking down the raw, unapologetically aggressive philosophy of a massive Hindi motivational gym anthem. But listen, we aren't just vibing to the music today. We're dissecting this track to extract a hardcore, structured blueprint for extreme self-improvement. Seriously, if you've ever needed to push past your breaking point, the source material we're looking at right now is literally a battle plan for doing exactly that. Let's get into it.
Right out of the gate, the track hits us with this absolute truth. Get up, today the battle is against yourself again. You know what's so powerful about that? It instantly wipes out all the external noise. Your real competition isn't the guy lifting next to you, and it sure isn't some fitness influencer on your feed. It's the person staring back at you in the mirror. The lyrics are relentless in making it clear that the ultimate psychological war of self-improvement starts and ends with your own reflection.
So moving right into part one, the arsenal, treating hard work as a weapon.
To win this brutal internal battle, you obviously can't go in empty-handed, right? The track actually arms us with a very specific tool. We all know the word mehanet. It means hard work. But the anthem totally elevates this concept. It doesn't treat effort like some boring daily chore. It forges it into a literal weapon of victory. It's not just sweating on a machine anymore. Hard work is metaphorically defined as your weapon to absolutely destroy excuses. Once you start viewing your effort as a weapon you actively wield, your entire mindset shifts. You're no longer just working out. You're going to war.
And honestly, the best part about this weapon is that it works anywhere. The lyrics draw this great comparison between a tiny corner at home and a massive, heavy-duty gym floor. The message? Your location is completely irrelevant. Whether you're doing push-ups on the floor of a cramped bedroom or throwing around heavy iron in a state-of-the-art facility, the effort and the outcome are exactly the same. The weapon of hard work fires perfectly wherever you decide to unleash it.
That brings us to part two, the crucible, where it's all about mind over muscle. Think about that exact, agonizing moment during an intense workout where your body just fails. Your muscles are screaming a desperate plea, "Stop now, I'm done." But then, that is immediately met with the relentless forward push of a rock-solid mind commanding, "Not yet, keep going." The source text beautifully highlights this exact friction, because it's right there, in that tiny gap between the body wanting to quit and the mind refusing to let it, where your true strength is actually forged.
So how do you actually survive that friction? Well, the abstract idea of discipline gets boiled down to something incredibly literal and physical. Success isn't some complicated formula. It's just a relentless loop. You just do one more rep, then you do one more set. And by repeating that tiny micro-commitment, you ultimately shatter the limit. The anthem repeats this over and over like a mantra. It grounds this high-level, tough guy philosophy into immediate, actionable steps you can take right now.
But to survive that loop, you absolutely have to adopt some non-negotiable rules of engagement. The track lays out a really strict code for this. 0 excuses allowed. Absolutely no stopping. You need unwavering focus on the goal, a willingness to totally embrace the pain, and you have to let your sheer physical work silence any doubters. Fear? It has to be left at the door. If you let even one single excuse creep into your head, your weapon, that hard work we talked about, instantly loses its edge.
0. That is exactly how many words you owe the people who doubt you. The track heavily emphasizes absolute silence toward critics. 0 words spoken. You don't waste time arguing with people who say you can't do it. Instead, you let your physical actions and your undeniable results answer them for you. Your success literally becomes the loudest possible response.
All right, part three, the power of unbreakable discipline.
Because let's face it, raw, combative energy is great, but it can only take you so far. To keep this up for years, you need a critical evolution. The lyrics drop this massive truth bomb. My strength is my discipline, my real secret to victory is self-governance. The real secret here isn't a magic pre-workout or some shortcut. It's absolute self-governance. It's mastering control over your own mind every single day. Motivation might get you off the couch on day one, sure, but it is this cold, hard self-governance that forces you to push through the reps on day 100.
And you can clearly see how this builds over time. The track perfectly maps out the trajectory. It starts with today's heavy, painful steps. It feels so slow, like you're dragging yourself through mud. But those heavy steps are directly forging tomorrow's unstoppable speed. And that momentum, sustained by pure discipline, leads to historic, undeniable results. The pain you are feeling today is literally just the down payment for the power you're going to have tomorrow.
Which leads us to our final section, part 4, forging a new identity.
Ultimately, this whole brutal daily crucible, it isn't just about building bigger muscles or having better cardio. It is about completely rewriting who you are. The track phrases it so poetically, framing your sweat as the ink writing a brand new destiny. Every drop of sweat is meticulously drafting a totally new version of yourself, permanently washing away your old fears and weaknesses. You are actively authoring your own future with the physical effort you push out into the world.
As that new identity takes shape, your whole perspective on what's possible completely flips. What felt like an absolute, unbreakable limit yesterday, you know, that weight you couldn't budge or that mile you couldn't finish, that simply becomes your baseline warm-up today. The anthem is celebrating this constant state of evolution. Your past ceilings are now just your current floors. You're perpetually upgrading your own software.
And that brings us to the absolute climax of this journey. I am my own conqueror. I am my own identity. This is the huge realization that you are entirely self-made. You haven't just defeated the weights in the gym. You've conquered your own internal limits, your own doubts, and that tiny voice begging you to quit. You have literally built your character from the ground up through relentless discipline.
So I'll leave you with this final, aggressively provocative challenge straight from the heart of the anthem. The door to your new identity is currently closed, but your effort, your discipline, and your hard work are knocking. The question isn't whether the door will eventually open. The real question is, are you